Respect goes out to Camilla, East Stadium, Bombay, Julie, number 11 Mango. Best to make it best and shoot to let it know go, Lord of mercy. Big up Mecca, big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone should go. Big up Mecca, big up the right mango. A politics church, everyone need to go. Context matter when you know it to flow. Step out the literacy and come in on the know. The government, they them go down below. Let them back, time come for them go. Everybody know I live in a sorrow. Don't know how them a face tomorrow. Them poor and them a borrow. Everybody wanna that you for know. Make a big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Make a big up Camilla Mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Oh, the show, another one Camilla. Some said that she lick up, but they know she tell her. Every day she fighting for Jamaica. Fighting for your little son and fighting for your daughter. Fight for your sister, fighting for your brother. Every day they get the people that suffer. Hospital in a disaster. People that not have no water. Money missing is all over. People do you know them are suffer. From NEGRIL point on to Maria. Happy and you love it if you ball out power. No weapon from against her rather prosper. That we guided by the hands of the mighty Father. Make a big up the right man.
Hello.
Politics church, everyone need to go. Big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Every day she a beat.
Hi everybody, how wanna do? Welcome. Hey apples, hey, hi everybody. I wanna do welcome to another night of Politics Church with me, the Ripe Mango. As you know, come on share up the live. Big up on yourself, everybody. Hey Flora, hey Paula. I saw Ira Mary. Big up on yourself. What's up, Pamela over there on YouTube? Good night. Hi everybody, how are you all? As you come, share up the live. We have a lot of things to discuss tonight. We have two guests tonight. One for Candidate Corner, Comrade Paul Buchanan, straight out of West Central St. Andrew, who showed up Andrew the other day. And we also have in Councillors, we have Candidate Watch and we have Councillor's Corner. For Councillor's Corner, we have Councillor Layton Smith out of MYERSVILLE Division in Southeast St. Elizabeth. As we, good evening X-Ray, good evening Paula, good evening everybody. Just come on and share up a live. Natalie Wagwan, what's up hon? You know, come in and share up the live so we can get the show on the road, right? Make sure show YouTube my face as well. I know they tend to quarrel when they don't see me sometimes. So I wanna do, as I come, just share up a live. Make we get the numbers up. And running. Right? It look like so them lift the shadow band now, so the numbers start go back up. So let the numbers go up and running. I am sharing and I hope you are sharing too. Alright, so now come on and share up. Tonight going to be a long night. Me tell you from now on. We know it going. We have two guests already. Right? They will be joining by phone, as none of them are on TikTok. Okay, so yeah. Wagwan Odin. As you come and share up the live, share it up. Start with the likes. We don't want TikTok to flag us tonight for inactivity. You understand? So the know say is about tapping and taps and roses, as my daughter would have said. She know the year she have financing now, you know, so we hardly see her or hear from her these days. You realize that from she get financing, she not come on the live again. Yes my love, hi YouTube. See me dear now. Good night Keisha, good night Patel. What's up everybody? Alright, so I could get into the nitty-gritty now of the things them what we have to talk about. Alright, well now TikTok, share up the live. We want more viewers over there on TikTok. Me see what going for YouTube. Yes, we need some more viewers. Wagwan Brenda Elson, how are you? Wanna come in, share up the live. Make we get the numbers up and running. want to see the topic tonight. Tonight I'm coming to do a small little preaching before we start to join the comrades on the live, because we have a lot of things to talk about. But let us jump right into the topics. What's up, Fitzroy? Alright, so me scroll across social media, I see this come up in my feed. Like I shown over here on TikTok. This the kind of blow my mind. I saw this and it kind of did blow my mind. 2 men arrested in Nigeria over cyber attack on NWC, according to Mocha. I'm going to read the story for you. So, some Nigerians, it's not really much politics, but some Nigerians hacked NWC. We're going to read the story for now. 2 men in Nigeria have been arrested as part of a multi-agency investigation which involves major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA into a cyber attack aimed at defrauding the okay my love Karen, I see you, over $1 million from the NWC, National Water Commission. MOCA's Director of Communication, Major Basil Jarrett, in a media release today outlined that the agency was first alerted by the NWC in August of 2023 of a business email which compromised, which illegally routed the funds to the criminals. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just wanted you. I don't know why I'm frozen. It's what going on over here, so why am I freeze? Why am I frozen over here on YouTube? Don't worry, YouTube, I'm gonna fix that. But that's crazy. That's crazy. That's we know how the Nigerian them stay now. If Jamaicans can chop, Nigerian can chop more, right? So for Jamaicans to be chopped by Nigerians, remember, anyway, let me not say that, because we have to remember that these are the same people who was scamming us through WhatsApp and all of these things. I just wanted to bring your attention to it. Not really politics, but it was very interesting to me. Watch here. Speak of the devil. You must hear me call your name, don't. Anyway, I'm live. If you want to say it live, if you want to come and say hi to me, come on my live. People are here, you know, the whole TikTok and YouTube
okay,
here. You know.
Hello, TikTok. Bye. You can hang up.
Alright, bye. Lord have mercy. Just call her name, you know. I just called her name. Anyway, I could continue. I'm fixing the video issue over here on. I'm fixing the video issue on YouTube. But go and share up live same time. Go and share up live. I want to show you something else in the meantime. Not responding. Jesus Christ, the camera now respond. YouTube, me can't help you now. Yeah man, Paul Buchanan is coming on. Comrade Paul Buchanan will be on soon. Alright. Just hold the faith. He will be on soon. Boy. YouTube, the app hung. It alright. See it there now. It did hung a little bit. Alright, so may have something to laugh after. Remember who was the jackass of the day yesterday? Want to remember who the jackass of the day was yesterday? Want to remind me who was the jackass of the day yesterday? Come on and remind us who was the jackass of the day yesterday. That is right, Paula. That is right, Aunt Friendly. That is right. DARYL Vaz. So DARYL Vaz is all over the place now, making noise about LAYTON, who gon' get back LAYTON, all of these things, all over the place, you know. Yeah, only ever hear the saying, before you dance abroad, dance a yard. Okay, so Daryl never dance a yard because Hart Hill, Portland residents protest over lack of electricity since Beryl. So it look like Beryl is some sort of some sort of confused. Let me see something now. Him some sort of a confused because him all over the place. He's all over the place, saying all sorts of things. Alright, me just send a message. Jesus Christ. My daughter want to earth up my head, you know. Jesus Christ. Lord, listen to me. Only give me a minute. Sundari Lynch, do not embark on any of these things until I have a conversation with you. Please, 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 please. Wait until... You don't need to do anything. Just wait. Wait until I have a conversation with you. Please and thanks. Please. Hey, my opinion them, when you see me here, I don't have no gray hair yet. I don't have one gray hair. Look, not one. You see the color of this hair is because I changed my hair color. But I swear to you, my children, I don't think they want me to continue my life without no gray hair. I swear to God. And them always choose to come with the drama. They always wait until 7:30 to come with the drama. Okay? They always wait. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we could continue to talk. Just trust me. I'm going to call you when I'm finished and we have a nice long conversation. You hear, young lady? Just please. And no, that one won't work. I will give you some advice. Let us continue. Wagwan Randine. The last time I saw Daryl Vaz's wife, I fling it up on him. Him couldn't dance. Him can't. What you say? Him can't. The man have no waistline. As I said, Daryl, you know, say him have back problem. I need to stop this, you know. I need to stop diagnosing people. You just see them and diagnose them. It's a bad habit I have. Just see people and know them problems and talk it. Wagwan Margaret War. What's up? How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm here freaking out. My daughter is trying. Anyway, we have a new jackass of the day before we go into the deeper issues. Before we go into the deeper issues, we have a new jackass of the day. Wanna prepare, wanna ban on the belly, because you're not going to have to go laugh now. You're not going to have to laugh now. Are you ready for laugh? This one is going to make you laugh. I'm not even going to show you who the jackass is yet. I soon move my head and show you. Wanna prepare to laugh? You know, so we have to give her the sound effects, right? Oh my God, yes, so she is a jackass all the time. She's a jackass all the time, but today she extra special. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is today's jackass of the day, right? On YouTube, you're already seeing why Juliet is the jackass of the day. So I'm going to show you now on TikTok why Juliet is the jackass of the day. I want to go and write this up. I'm going to read with me now, students. This morning, let us take a moment and consider the factors that could potentially lead to a similar public discontent. You wanna listen, you know? She's saying that we should take a moment to consider the factors that could potentially lead to similar public discontent. Number one. Wanna read number one for me? Somebody read number one there. Derogatory language / insults to colleagues. Oi, Lord have mercy. Me can't. Where my glasses? Me need to clean my glasses. Where my glasses clean again? Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ, if I laugh, I pronounce. If I laugh, I pronounce. Oi, me have to breathe. No, sir, me laugh till, listen. Me don't even know I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start, but oh no. I want you all to take a listen to this. I'm gonna play something for you.
Come and take my job then. Let me tell you something. Back to anybody in the Jamaica Labour Party, because I'm sick and tired of you, okay? I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. I asked Chevron to choose a project. He's yet to choose a project, okay? I'm the one who told him I'm going to give him paint and cement for somebody's house, to fix up somebody's house. Up to now, he hasn't come to me to tell me anything about King Weston and what he wants to do. I'm sick and tired of you. You understand me? I'm sick and tired of you. What the you know? I asked Chevron to give me 2 projects, and up to now, Chevron.
I think I play enough now. But what she say again? This morning, let us take a moment and consider the factors. Thank you, Biggs. Thank you for the gift. Remember to send me some gifts here. I appreciate gifts. Let us take a moment and consider the factors that could potentially lead to similar public discontent. Number one, derogatory language / insults towards colleagues. So me want to know, oh, something wrong with her. I think something is wrong with this woman. Number two, malicious speeches. Malicious speeches. Number three, respect the outcomes of the democratic processes, even when they may not be in our that I figure she said favor. Oh my God. Fitzroy, you're good. This is the same woman that was on the radio cussing about the results of the local governmental elections. Woo! My belly bottom. My belly bottom paineth me because I laugheth so hard. That not stop. Bipolar is an understatement. Bipolar is an understatement. She passed bipolar. Something is wrong with her. But then again, comrades, something is wrong with all labor rights, because there is something that I need to address today. Before we get in the comrades, because the comrades them start messaging me, them soon ready. Right? But there is something we need to address. Now, what the hell is something there? minute a second. You give me a minute because this is something here. Give me a little issue. I know I sorted this out to show, no? I'm sure of that. Here we go. I just never changed the label. There is something that I would really love to address. I think it is very important. Now, there is a blogger. I'm not going to identify the blogger by name, right? But the blogger does not identify as either PNP or GLP. She is popular on all platforms and she generally tries to help all Jamaicans. I've seen her criticize Mark Golding before, and there's been no issue. She posted this today on one of our platforms. I can't believe the audacity of this JLP man to DM me asking me to apologize. Although I don't know what I said, because he said he can't send me the post he's talking about. Now, this lady has been doing a lot to help people post-burial. Apparently, the labor rights don't like this. So not only are they politicizing the distribution, comrades, of resources since burial, but they are also sending their minions to bully people who are trying to help or who have any criticism of the government. So once you criticize the government in any way, shape or form, you are targeted as being a comrade, whether you are politically affiliated or not. This is what happened to Sulphur, you know. This is what they did to Sulphur. Remember now, Sulphur does not identify as as being affiliated to any political party. And they pretty much did the same thing to him. So now, this young lady who has been vocal all over the place, trying to assist Jamaicans in the aftermath of the storm, this jackass who private in page has been bullying her in her DMs. He has been bullying her in her DMs. I don't want to leave up his thing too long on TikTok because you know how it go already. He has been bullying her in her DMs. Let me tell you something. I may go preach a little bit now. I have 6 minutes and it's 6 minutes of preaching. Randine, when you see him, you need to screenshot him and send him picture so we can put him up. Who gives him the right? I am here wondering if this is the same little asshole who tried to bully me too. Cause them stupid, you know. He cannot be a Christian. He cannot be a Christian. He's an asshole. And you can tell him that me, Kamla Forbes Thomas, aka the Right Mango, Kamla Nicole Forbes Thomas, aka the Right Mango, say he's no Christian, he's a damn asshole. He's a bloody ass. So you don't agree with somebody's opinion and you choose to go into their inbox, harass them, bully them, threaten them, and who? So your prime minister now come out and say he's gonna go after bloggers line. And so you mean to tell me, say, it gives the labor rights the wherewithal to come into people who they perceive to be comrades inbox and harass them? Then anything could have gone so. Cyberbullying is now a criminal offense. And I have advised this young woman to go to CTOC and report this person for cyberbullying. She's so traumatized. She's so traumatized by it. And you see, this is how they discourage good people from taking an interest in the country. They don't want anybody to be any activist. What they want to do is bully people who try to come forward and take part in this country in any way. They don't want people to help people. This woman has been doing a lot to raise awareness to what has happened to Jamaicans since Hurricane Beryl. Even before that, she was helping people. Even before that. She's not like us, you know. She's not one of the warrior them. Because as I said, she has no affiliation politically. The irony of the situation, comrades, is that I have seen her criticize Mark Golding before. And not one soul has said anything to her. Nobody don't label her. Nobody don't castigate her. Nobody don't go into her inbox and say nothing to her. Nobody has done anything or said anything to her for her criticism of the PNP and Mark Golding. So now all of a sudden, she's critical of the government. And them have them little minions, them little termites, them little demons in the lady inbox, terrorizing her. I'm telling you something. These people are the lowest of the lowest common denominator. They are criminals. If I ever read you some of the things that he has said to her, and then I said this vagabond is a Christian, you mean a Greece can? Well, this Joshua person can come kiss my ass. I would love to see him try to come into my inbox. I would love to see him come into my inbox. Make I send him straight up in him father ass. Because I'm not sending him into him mother. I'm sending him in his father battle hole. Because those who call themselves Christians and do these things, those are the ones I like to shock and awe. Because if you're going to go into the mud, may I go into the mud with you. Don't feel because I'm educated and I go Campion College, it don't mean that I can't tell you about your ass mama. Come out of people inbox. Come out of people inbox. And you're too bloody, disgusting and dunce. These are the things that is going to ensure the JLP lose. You don't know the lady political affiliation. You don't know the lady where she stand. You don't know where she stand politically. You don't know. So how dare you feel that you are of any substance? But look at you, whoever the hell you are. You probably don't even come from nowhere. Don't have nothing at all about you. And you're going into the lady inbox going like you can mix with the woman. The thing about politics in it makes some of these people think that them can pass them place with you. Me still have the little snap in me sometime, you know. And sometimes it show up. Because if it is me, him did come to, would have asked him, what make him think that him can come past him place with me? He thinks that me and him is Kumbolo? She does not want to be identified, Shari. And I respect that. But it's a popular blogger who is always on social media, on all. She is very popular on all the platforms. This is not like say this is not a political blogger, you know. This person is just somebody who out there make her content. She's just an influencer. She's just a regular influencer. She has never ever ever made any political affiliation known. She has never made any political affiliation known. Give me a second, dear Hugh Blair. Give me a second. Because I'm going to do just that. Give me a second. I'm gonna read it right now. I'm looking for, I just scrolling through so that I can read it for you. What this little termite sent to the poor woman. Just a scroll. Just give me a minute. Hello, this is the initial message he sent to her. Hello, ma'am. It's election season in Jamaica. Please don't allow yourself to used. Then him can't even talk properly. Now that is the worst part. It's always the dunce one them. It's always the dunce one them who find themselves in people inbox acting like them have sense. First of all, if you can't conjugate a sentence, you can't chat to me. Because I'm gonna correct your English and send you to your bed. Hello, ma'am. It's election season in Jamaica. Please don't allow yourself to use the BUCHANAN, Gleaner and the PNP. The Ministry of Health kept a press conference in the 21st. Please watch, then apologize for spreading rumors. That's what he said to her initially. So, of course, she asks, who are you and what? Then him start demanding her apology. It's always the dunce one them. The one them who don't have one drop of sense. Anyway, it's time for me to connect now with the comrades. I'm going to connect first with comrade LAYTON Smith. And then I'm going to connect with comrade Paul Buchanan. Alright, I think comrade LAYTON he messaged me. So I'm going to connect with him now. Nah, I get no answer. All right. No worries about it. We'll connect. The bottom line is, let me tell you something. Nobody in this country has the right to go into somebody's DM and harass them for sharing their content. None. And it's always the dunce one them. Trying to frighten and intimidate. Then the drunk crowd went as far as to tell the poor lady, say him know where she work. Let me ask you something, no one threat that. If somebody says to you, I know where you work, what are they implying? You don't answer me that. What are they implying if they say, I know where you work? I am just sorry that she's a decent smaddy and she never sent him up on them ras mother. Excuse my French. I don't see Pastor Ricky. These are the little termites that discourage good, clean-hearted people from helping Jamaica. This is why so many Jamaicans do not want to help. Because when they do things out of the goodness of them heart, you have these little idiots, these little demons. We shove up them head out of them the sepulchre where them bury in. To come harass people. You see, social media gives people access to us who would never normally have access to us. This person is not even politically affiliated. I have seen this blogger be critical of both the government and the opposition. And let me tell you something. The irony is nobody from the opposition has ever attacked her. Because why? She is entitled to her opinion. Jamaica is a democracy and people have a right to choose PNP, GLP or no P. People have rights in this country. It is bloody ridiculous. I'm telling you something, you labor rights. So no better watch what you're doing. You know? Watch, tread carefully. You are not untouchable. As what Ono said to me, because Ono said me not untouchable. Well, let me tell you something. You are not untouchable. And me love money. Love money. And my lawyer depends speed dial. Somehow would do the things to me. When we dig up and find where we work and where we live, it don't even make no sense to go after you because you don't have nothing, no assets. So when me take my good 300 grand and pay lawyer for sue you can't pay me a thing and you think you get away with it when me done do background check pan and you don't have 2 red cents to rub together to pay me. So somehow you go on like say, it's because we don't have the means why we don't go after you. When you come on in the past in the place, but we just know so you don't have dry shit. Somehow you don't live nowhere, not even apply board on your own. That is the bottom line. I saw that St. Nicholas, as he said, Joe Blaine, flood out. I see that. Alright, so Comrade Layton Smith saying the phone hardly picking up. Same phone giving him issues. I'm gonna try again. Says he's having phone problems. That's alright. That is okay. But comrades, I'm telling you something. Don't make nobody intimidate you now. Don't make no little Jezebel intimidate you now. Don't make no listen, them is not nobody. Them is not nobody. Don't allow them to intimidate you now. You know, understand what I'm saying? Wagwan Rado. Don't allow them to come and intimidate you now. They are not nobody to intimidate you now. We're not getting another comrade them, you know. This person need to stop. Let me tell you something. Them now go stop until something happen to one of them. Them now go stop until something happen to one of them. Either them get arrested for harassing people or something. Because them feel untouchable. That's why you know say them is not nobody, you know. This is how you know say labor right is not nobody. Because them think say what the Prime Minister has said give them the authority to come to people and say anything them want to say. That's the bottom line. Them feel say, yeah man, them now go stop till something happen. Till we make an example out of one of them. Because look here now. Mark Golden sue Hero Clark. And the little idiot them still going on with them foolishness. Them now go stop until them get what coming to them. So here this idiot now say, well, real survivor, if you don't hear Massa Mark, then you live under a damn rock or you live down in a sepulcher. That is where you live. So I suggest you return to the sepulcher where you come out of. If you don't hear Massa Mark. Simple as that. Go back in your sepulcher. Comrade Paul, you ready for me?
Phone one charge, sir.
Yes, you ready for me?
Not you, man. This one charge, repetition.
Comrade Paul, yes, I'm hearing you.
This up, boxing, or come over from our radio station.
Yes, we're ready now.
You call me on 855-6853 because this one.
Repeat the number again.
855-6853.
Alright, we'll do. Give me a minute, the comrades. Comrade them at work, you know. So the comrade them at work, so we have to catch them when we can catch them. You understand? So just give me a moment. So we're going to connect with Comrade Buchanan right now. So we can have that conversation.
Hello.
Hi, Comrade Buck, how you doing?
Alright, I'm here.
Alright, ready for me. Alright. So comrades, welcome to Politics Church. Comrade Paul Buchanan. And Comrade Paul Buchanan, for those of you who don't know, who don't know who Comrade Paul Buchanan is. He is a PNP stalwart. And he is currently the PNP candidate for West Central St. Andrew. And that, if you don't know where that is the Prime Minister's seat. Welcome to the altar, Comrade Buck. How you doing?
Boy, I'm here. On the ground, in the vineyards.
In the vineyards, as it should be. Now, Comrade Buchanan, the first thing I want to talk to you about is DARYL. Now, the last we saw We saw you taking Comrade Leader in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Beryl on a tour through the constituency. We saw that you showed the Comrade Leader the gully behind the Mustard Seed community and how the Mustard Seed community was at risk. We have since seen that the gully has been cleaned. So it seems that you are already putting fire under Mosmos steel.
Well, yes. Nigger's Gully is what it is called.
What the gully name?
Nigger Gully they call it.
Boy, what a name.
But I am pushing gingerly to get that name changed.
Definitely.
Because it's a community of a couple, maybe about 200 persons. And we have to give them some dignity here.
I agree with you.
Since 2023, I am told the gully has been breached. The gully side has been breached. In fact, it undermined the mustard seed wall, which is parallel to the gully.
Okay.
And the debris and all of that come down. The gully has settled, and the water using that platform has scaled over. And so when in the residence home, you know, you can see bed floating, you can see table floating during, so everything is underwater. We're talking about three, sometimes 4 feet of water inside the home.
And this is the gully water?
And this is the dirty gully water.
Oh my God.
So we had to spring into action. It was before the storm. We had moved about when I came in, about a week after, about a month ago. And I had interacted with the mayor and got them to send the advisory up to the works agency and continue to agitate. And in the aftermath of the storm, I asked the leader to come in. And he wanted to come in because I have been communicating with him. Right. And he wanted to come in. And he came in. And the result has been some immediate action. And long delayed action, I must say. So the people are happy that there has been some action at last. It's a work in progress. Yesterday the tractor broke down, but I guess by tomorrow we will have it back again. I was worried with the rains today, but nothing serious has happened because having cleaned the surface, the water flow a little better.
Definitely.
But we want to reconstruct the surface of the gully and to strengthen both sides of the gully wall. So, and this is the best in politics that you can deal with, to deal with things expeditiously, directly. Too much talk don't make, and in this case, it can't be politics as usual. This must be non-partisan because you have to try and ensure that the citizens' welfare comes first. You can't say this is a PMP community and don't help them. And so what we are saying, we are positive that we will help people, and that's what we have done.
But it seems like a lot of that is happening all over. Have you been experiencing that in West Central where the PMP areas have been neglected, especially since you've been there?
Nigger's Gully has been neglected. I haven't got into, well, you will hear the complaints. It's all over. And you will have to separate between politics and propaganda. So I'm not going to jump on that. What I'll do is stay positive, and where the complaints come up, we will deal with it one by one. I do know from my political experience that there has been a level of victimization right across the board. Because, I'm just coming from West Rural.
Right.
And that is it. You can see it in the overseas program. You can see it in almost every program. You understand? You can see where roads are fixed and them stop right at the PMP community. Nigger's Gully would have been a vulgar expression should not have stayed so long.
And by the Prime Minister
we
at
don't
that.
deal with it one by one. And as you know me, what I'm dealing with it is we have to be accurate, because we don't want to say things that don't go so.
Right.
So unless we have empirical evidence, I don't really come out, and I don't jump on the fact that everybody might be running. So me not get this and me not get that. What we do know, that this has been the story of Nigger's Gully.
Okay.
And the people never know when they would have had some hope. So we deal with it one at a time.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Tell me some of the other issues that you faced in the constituency since Daryl.
There are some fundamental things about West Central. One, it is an area that suffers from lack of capital directed in the right way. Money coming from remittances, legitimate work, illegitimate work, all sort of things. But nothing stays.
Okay.
Everything goes out. And as such, this would have been an area, regrettably as the Prime Minister's constituency, would have been redlined by the banking system in Jamaica. You don't get a loan, so to speak, by living in Nigger Gully or coming from Mao and all that sort of thing. So there's no financial institution in there. The only place you see a financial institution is down by 3 miles where we join and is really Angela Brownberg's constituency.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't have a constituency of 33,000 people, and there's no financial institution that will allow capital to come in and to be used in the constituency. And I guess this is a microcosm of all the inner city areas in Jamaica. And what to lead a country, you have to have vision. And without that kind of vision that will allow funding, capital to come in, we can't grow, because that human resource potential down there, there's 33,000 voters in there. So you must imagine how many people in there.
Right.
Young people, all right. What chance do they have? We have boys, for example, this weekend, I have formed a committee called Vision 2050, where we are assembling the brightest and the best. You have boys with 10 CXC, all ones. You have a girl with maybe 11, all ones. One in physics, one in French, one in all sort of things. He's in Cape the same. One in maths, one in physics, going straight. And going to medical school, got accepted, but I'm still looking. There's no scholarship. We have to deal with that. In fact, the region chairman has been gracious enough to indicate that he will help us with trying to identify a scholarship for the young man. In fact, he was exposed to our policy commission deliberations, and Saturday I carried him and part of the group of these bright young people to expose them. And what we want to do with young people like that is to get them to come up with their creative ideas, right? And to help to lift the level, the intelligence level of the constituency, and both the physical and mental output. Another thing, we are in an age of high technology. We are in an age of artificial intelligence. We're in an age of robotics. Robotics is being taught at Mona Prep.
Yes, that's true.
Done prep. It means that the high school dropouts in West Central can grasp the fundamentals, right? If we have the children, the little children, and even if they have to go up and touch up back on the mats, and even if all can't deal with that, many will be able to deal with it. So we have to lift the technical capacity of places like that, or there'll be a generation that will be lost.
Them lost already.
Well, no, what we have to try.
That is true.
And it is tragic that again, that the Prime Minister should have shown the vision to lead in that direction.
I'll reserve
I
my
left 5
comment.
IT training centers up in West Rural Center. All of them closed by Juliet Cuthbert. All
What?
of them.
I didn't hear that. What did you say a while ago? Repeat,
I
please.
left 5 IT centers that I established in West Rural Center, at Stony Hill,
Right.
at Red Hills, at Rock Hall, at Cavaliers, at Oberlin. This is facts, running for 2-3 years. Election call, and within 3 months, they are all closed
Jesus.
since 2016 in a STEM world. They never even start in West Central, St. Andrew. Vision again, missing. So what we're going to have is a generation of young people who will be left behind in a world where the corporate sector can buy a robot off a shelf. Or buy a robot who can lay tile better than the tiler, the mason work better than the mason. And you know our private sector is a sector which will ensure profitability.
Exactly.
So they're not gonna deal with no labor just because they are being gracious. They're gonna go for profit. So what will happen to all these tradesmen? That is the reason why we need to lift the technical capacity. The people who have dropped out of school, who have left school and are wondering when they're gonna get the first job. All of those people, we need to have after school at these institutions so where them can come and increase technical capacity. That is what the 5 IT centers were doing in rural. It was school and the community. It was community based. I will be establishing 3 of them in the 3 divisions in West Central. Another thing, we need a technical and vocational high school that will deal with the technologies of the 21st century. We are a piece of land. I understand that the Member of Parliament wants to put some houses there. I'm not certain how accurate that information is, but I will be opposing that strongly. You need to put a technical school just below Bay Farm Road there at the 4 roads. There's a big piece of land.
I know where you're talking. I know exactly where you're talking.
Yes, nobody with no house for votes.
I was about to say that to you. In trying to infiltrate that area.
Housing, yes. If you want to put in housing, then what you do, you look for infill lots, vacant lots, and go up.
Right.
You can go up to 3 stories. You can use the development order to deal with housing. But as far as the no man's land is concerned, that must be a community, a college, a technical and vocational institution that is to deal with AI, IT, that sort of thing, and to lift the technical capacity of our tradesmen and our young people who have left school. You understand? Without that, we're going to run into trouble with that generation. Below that, there is a old nail factory on Tony Hilton's side. That is West St. Andrew. That can complete the circle or the area. The area that is that is that what you deal with the area, that it will mean that you can use the entire sector down there, so to deal with integrated area planning. You can put recreational facilities on it where the whole nail factory is. You can do anything down there that will enhance the environment and productivity and educational facility. In other words, there'll be one node education and social development right there. So
it don't seem like this Prime Minister is really interested in uplifting the youth in his constituency through education, though, Comrade Buchanan.
No, because we haven't seen in the 26 years I've done my research. Myself and Andrew would have sat and had lunch before he came to the political stage.
Oh.
I will no anger or anything against it. But the truth of the matter is, for the 26 years I'm wondering, I don't see one social advance in that constituency.
Oh,
yes,
my.
there is roads that have been paved and what have you, some of them. And
No human development.
That is bar for the course, but we're talking about real socio-economic advance that can help us with the exponential growth that country needs. You understand? You can't do 1% growth and year after year, not with the platform that was set by Peter Phillips. You need to be moving faster than that. They had said 4 and 5, but when you look at West Central, that will not lead to the 4 and 5 talking about with that the potential of that level of human resource being unused right now. They are not. So we, as far as education is concerned, no new institution. We see a basic school by the Chinese. And,
yes, we know about that basic school.
Right.
It was in the media recently, yes.
Yes, but you must remember, in 1972, it was Michael Manley who took that lonely trek to China.
Yes.
And engaged China.
And to the outcry of the labor rights too.
Not even his own cabinet walked with him. And he had the vision. He understood that with a quarter of the world's population, that one day China would emerge
as the world.
Now it holds trillions
there
in
you go.
US debt.
That man was before his time.
Yes. And so when you look at the Chinese basic school, you can't claim no ownership of all of that. It would have been Michael Manley that you get these kinds of gifts coming, because we weren't antagonistic to China. There was a 2-China policy with Taiwan. Michael easily dismissed that.
Exactly.
And looking at the history, just went straight with one China. So
and it's still like
all
that,
of that to the work of Michael Manley and the People's National Party.
Indeed.
So I can't give him credit for that. And so I don't say anything else. Even the police station at the 4 Road would have been a blueprint coming out of that. I think I need to be corrected, but maybe I think it's the Chinese money or the Chinese work.
I think so.
And it would have been a Portia Simpson initiative there. So what else? There's nothing else.
Interesting.
There's nothing else.
So,
and
go
for
ahead.
26 years, we need to see some more. And I'm willing to debate him if he requires it, and how we can uplift the place. Okay? So the truth of the matter is, I will be putting out my vision for West Central, and I will match it against whatever he has to offer. Even giving him the 26 years.
Comrade Buck, since Hurricane Beryl, what kind of damage you have seen in the constituency? I know that being in Kingston, it's probably not as bad as in the rural areas, but we say, aside from the gully, which I refuse to call, I'm not going to call it that. What other issues you're having?
Well, of course, there's a level of poverty and lot of zinc roof and that sort of thing. People would have lost roof, and to be truthful, even before the storm, a lot of the roofs would have been wanting.
Right.
So with a hurricane like that, you would have the demands are there for zinc, trees that have blown down on people's house. A lot of the units are lined with Solitex inside, not really zero structure in some areas of the constituency.
Yes.
So we have seen a lot of that, and of course I have dealt my allotment of demand for care packages, and we have given out as many as we can, because people would have been found wanting after the hurricane. So there is where that the ones who are mostly affected, I've tried to zero in on them, and it is mostly in the gully section of the Civil Gardens area. Yes, further up the gully,
Where that gully run? I'm trying to figure where that gully run through.
Well, it's a good thing that you asked that question. It come down in the Waltham area, you know. It is the one that run past.
It's the one where always flood through Waltham?
Yes, and it run beside Mandela Muse.
I know that gully.
Mandela Muse was a pride project. And it is just like Nigger's Gully. But in this case, we had planned Mandela Muse, fix it up. There's roads in there, the piece is properly planned and have, it has titles, the people have their titles and everything, and the people have been fixing it up and nice houses in there and all of that. So it can be the kind of example as to how we could treat with Nigger Gully. I don't like to call it here. But
it is what it is.
That is what where it's at now.
I'm glad you have highlighted that gully, you know, Comrade Buck. You know why? In 2019, during the dengue outbreak, a lot of children from that area contracted dengue disease, and a few of them died. Probably about 3 children from that vicinity died. I remember clearly a woman at the time who was a co-worker of a good friend of mine lost her 3-year-old daughter, and she lived right on that gully bank.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that was 2019 when with that bad dengue outbreak that took the lives of so many Jamaican children at the time. That was her youngest child, and it nearly drove her crazy. But let me tell you, I'm very happy that you have cleaned that gully, because that gully has been problematic. That's why I asked you where the gully running, because I had visited with the family. There was also a KC student who lived in that general vicinity who died as well. So I'm very, very happy that you have taken the initiative to clean that gully, to have that gully clean.
Too strongly that it affects the mustard seed development, and you have vulnerable children over there.
Yes.
And there, the part of the center that holds the children is right along the gully side.
Exactly.
And the entire side of the gully is gone. All of that is down, so we have to build back that side. And so it's not just cleaning the gully.
Yeah.
There'll be
restoring it.
Restoring both sides of the gully.
Yeah, so that it don't erode, so that the water don't erode the infrastructure along the bank further.
Okay. Because it saturates. Once you don't have the wall, it saturates the side. It not only move and saturate the side, but it come up right up in the houses.
Oh my God. And that is not just dengue, no, that's a whole part of diseases.
Hurricane, you know.
Exactly.
I was there with them during the hurricane, so I watch it in motion.
Oh my.
Right? And it's not an easy sight.
I can imagine.
Right?
I can imagine.
So that, yeah, man.
How is electricity there now since burial? Have the people gotten back their electricity?
Some of them.
Not all.
Not all.
In the Prime Minister's own constituency, electricity has not been fully restored.
Well, let me just put it for a variety of reasons. So I won't blame him for all of it. But there are areas that there are places that we don't. And there, more importantly, the street lights. Some of the street lights have not come back. And I have been, this very night, I have been sending out to JPS the numbers from some of the light posts that are gone. In fact, the road that run behind Nigger Gully, which is Maho.
Yes, Maho.
Maple View. Maple View Road. About 4 street lights down there, and you know what that can be.
Yes.
So that certainly is. We have some up in Mullines. We have some. Well, I've been able to restore before the storm some lights. I've gotten action on some lights that have been out for years. And Rosalie and those places, Rosalie Avenue and
right.
those. people were jumping for joy when they got the lights down there. It was very dark, right? So I have been on the ground doing what I can.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just happy.
Part of the journey, Kamla.
That's true. You know, Comrade Buck, a lot of people wondered why you chose, because you are a comrade that has been in fighting in the PNP now, fighting the labor rights for many decades. A lot of people wondered why you decided to take on Andrew Holness in West Central St. Andrew, because a lot of them now see that seat as being a safe seat for the JLP, you know. What are your views on that?
Well, you must recall a little of my history, you know.
Yes.
That I did go to West Rural when Andrew Gallimore,
Right.
Andrew, he had won that seat against Carol Archer and Andrea Moore in the region of 3,000 votes. So those were seats, that was a seat that people felt that could not be won. Well, we won it. In this case, I had always believed that we have more comrades there than labor rights. And there are reasons why they have been winning the seat. Now my thing is to nullify those reasons that has led to the consecutive defeats. And while we won't go into some of the reasons now, the fact is that it can be won.
Yeah.
I was hesitant over the years because for whatever, I had a friendship with Andrew in the earlier days, and I didn't want to go there.
Okay.
But this time when the party called, I answered the call, basically coming out of retirement to come back there because I believe we can do better.
Definitely.
But as a party, in terms of we cannot have a seat like that, which has a rich history in the PMP, to have literally fallen by the wayside. So I'm trying my best to restore that which we have lost in that seat.
Is it that the constituency, the organization had fallen apart?
Not necessarily. There were other reasons. And one of the outstanding reasons, when you lose so many times, people get disenchanted. And also, the reasons for defeat might have been more than likely, or in my mind, strategic.
Okay.
You understand? I would say that the strategies that informed the history of that seat before I came, after people like A.J. Nicholson, and to a lesser extent, Dr. Blake, we needed to have employed some different strategies.
Okay.
And we need to, in fact, the whole of the civil rights area needs to be lifted up back. Because the civil rights area, civil rights gardens area, which would have been one of our strongholds, along with Moline in the past, we needed to deal with some surgery. We are doing that, and I'm happy to say that it is honest with you. Understand? So we will actually have Olympic Gardens as the area that we need to take the fight to them.
Okay.
And we are doing that with the upgrade of the Mall Road area going back to Walton. We have all those areas we have to restore to their former glory.
Indeed. So
remember that AJ had won that seat with 11,744 votes.
Yeah, a long time ago. That was quite a while ago, so I know the comrades are there.
Yeah, we need to look back at all of that. Right? So I'll certainly be doing my best. I'll certainly be agitating on behalf of the people. And we are not there to hold the Prime Minister in in West Central. We are there to win.
Yeah. And that's good because guess what? If you win and him without a seat, him cannot be the Prime Minister, can he? Him can't even be the leader of the opposition.
You're very direct.
He cannot even, well, we know say him definitely will not be the next the Prime Minister, but him can't even be the leader of the opposition. It's time, I agree, it's time we take down Andrew Holness now. So I'm happy that you're willing to put your cordial relationship with him on the back burner to fight for the cause, because right now where Jamaica is, a lot of, as you have said, Comrade Buck, a lot of Jamaicans are suffering, especially in that constituency. And the irony is that it is the constituency of the Prime Minister, and we are seeing where the poverty levels are so high.
Yes, and the major point is that a generation of young people are, as you said, they have been left behind already.
Yeah.
They will be left behind because we're not preparing them vocationally, technically, for the world and the technologies that are unfolding. And if you don't do that, they'll be certainly out of the race and there'll be more poverty.
Indeed. So aside from that, Comrade Buck, I know that you mentioned that Andrew Holness is trying to build houses there in terms of, I know that he's probably trying some political gerrymandering. But what of the housing stock overall in the constituency?
No, let me just make a correction there. I don't know as a fact that I have heard that is the intention, but I am sending notice that I will be objecting to that, and I would be suggesting to the Member of Parliament that look at the establishment of a technical and vocational institution to lift the technical capacity of the area and to give the young people a chance that they can participate in the world, in the future and the world ahead. Without that, that day will certainly be lost. Now, you were asking about housing in the area.
Yes.
There is need for gentrification. The housing stock is low, and in many instances you have ad hoc. We have some squatting. You have people living on ground lands that need to be regularized. You need, there is no very little compliance in areas that were formerly middle to lower middle class. It is overrun by commercialization. So there is need for integrated area planning. People have to look at what is happening there. And as far as the shelter, and in many areas, especially in the Gully Bank areas, you have substandard housing. So we have to look at shelter in that constituency seriously. So yes, so shelter would be a vote getter, and it would be easy to tell people that we're going to build some houses here and there. And some of that has started already, but I don't know. You have to look at it in the context of, as I said, proper integrated area planning and the faults therefrom. So I won't comment on that any more than that, but to say that future housing, we have to restore the stock, and we have to do better in terms of shelter, and we have to look at where and when we put houses. So I would think now is the time, but the land is scarce, so you go up in what I call infill lots. That is vacant lots, and rather than use these flat white spaces that you can put institutions of growth. You don't. Around areas like West Central, and we just use that as a microcosm of other areas. You have what is called an invisible ghetto wall.
Yes, quite true.
That when you step from the more developed communities, you are going through a veil or a wall, an invisible wall where you enter a different culture. It's a culture of political intimidation. It's a culture devoid of, as I said, a technical platform for growth. And you have a reducing band of citizenry that evokes the kind of civility that a normal community would like to see. So you have to lift all of that. You have to give them hope.
Yeah.
They need to see the schools. They need to see branches of government. You have to ventilate these communities. If they have to go to deal with their passport, they have to walk up or take taxi go up by half a tree or somewhere like that, all over the place. You need to bring in branches of the public sector in some of these areas. You need to bring in branches of capital. There's no capital coming in. The capital goes one way. They come in, but there's no reflows, very little reflows.
You know,
whether they have partner round robin, the money go out in the end and nothing comes back. When you go to the loan desk at any one of these banks that are the repository of the savings of these people, you see the loan officer running through the back door. You can never confront you. So as I said, these areas are red line. We have to change all of that right across the country.
Indeed.
That's where the vision comes in.
You know,
and if you don't deal with that, you will have the cycle of poverty continuing.
Indeed. Comrade Buck, I find it so disheartening to see how this constituency has deteriorated over the years, because this constituency has been known to produce some of the greatest athletes, not just on the track, but also footballers. It is the home, believe it or not. The constituency, well, I'm telling my viewers, believe it or not, the constituency is the home of the Waterhouse Football Club, Jerusalem, which is where it is. Even though Waterhouse is technically not in the constituency, you can call it one big community, really, because it is adjoined, even though it is separated politically. You know, it is not only the home of it has produced so many great footballers and athletes. It's also produced a lot of talent, entertainers. You know, so I'm trying to figure out exactly. Some of the best studios were in that community.
Jammies and all of them down in that area. So yes, we have to rekindle the base so that we can at least give opportunity to bring out that kind of expression, that creativity, that talent that they once knew.
Yeah. A lot of the programs in the schools that were there, for instance, even with Waterhouse football field right by Jerusalem there, it's not really there. They don't really happen again, because I have seen, and I know a lot about it because I used to be the physiotherapist for Waterhouse football team many years ago. So I used to be in that community all the while, and I've seen where the perpetual levels of crime has basically grounded the community to a halt.
Yes, and one of this have a very dispiriting effect. The loss of hope, and as I said, the migration of some of the more productive citizens to better pastures. Who just
better pastures on the land and underground too, because a lot of the productive citizens have been gone down.
Yes, and so this is part of it. The crime factor, that is what has led to the lack of appreciation of property and that sort of thing. The property values have gone down. Somebody asked me, what can be done.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking the banks to come into those areas.
Mm-hmm.
But the bank has their bottom line.
That's true.
So how you're gonna get the banks to come in? And this is where vision comes in. This is why we are engaging the young people. This is where we have to use our creativity to solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you just take that simple point,
Mm-hmm.
the financial institutions by themselves will not grant loans. In the US, there is what is called the Community Reinvestment Act of America.
Yes.
And if anybody can Google it, it says that if you take deposits from civil rights gardens, you must make loans to civil rights garden, or you might lose your life. Right? As long as you are part of the federal grant system or come under the federal network in America. You can't just get bank license and sit down and you take people deposit and you redline areas. It don't work that way. So you could deal with it by legislation. But interestingly, somebody in a policy meeting recently said that the banks get so strong now that if you bring that to them throw you through the window. You can't get, there will be no movement. Well, all right. Let us concede that we have lapsed in the past and allowed the banks to get away.
Yeah.
But we can use incentives. Let me look to some of the incentives, and this is where vision comes in. First of all, you can provide security incentive. A bank wants to invest in Tower Hill,
Right.
let's say, or somewhere in Olympic, but you know about gunmen and you hear the stories. So that security bill will be high. And it might stop the bank from investing there. Well, the government could step in and provide security. Incentive by using the police and the army to protect that bank or to secure that bank for the first 5 years or 10 years of operation until things are normalized. Again, they could provide incentives by reducing what is called the liquid assets ratio, that a bank every bank has to comply with. They have to leave so much dollars with BOJ to secure the assets, the flows from people coming into that bank, the liquid assets amount that they can draw upon in the case of emergencies or what have you. So if it is 45% in Jamaica, for a bank that is investing in anywhere in West Central, you could allow them to a liquid assets ratio of 50% of the normal, what the normal bank would be. So that money is not tied up. So along with the security incentive and the liquid assets incentive, you could have another incentive.
Yeah.
You could have an incentive like making those banks, while you secure them, in terms of government security, the army and the police for the first 10 years, you could allow those banks to be the government bankers, right? For what do we mean by that? But they would know. You could say, well, listen, if you want to hold government accounts and do business with government, well, listen, you will have to work with us to reduce poverty. And to reduce poverty, you have to ventilate the inner city. You have to have at least a branch there. Yes, it cannot be that there's no direct access to capital inside. And the fourth incentives you could use is that you could indemnify the microsector loans.
That is
by
right.
having a contingency fund that if there is default, that fund will indemnify the default. Or you could lend people an amount over and above their feasibility requirement. So if you need 100,000 to set up a shoe factory, you could lend them 10% above the feasibility requirement, amortize it over the 110%, but use that 10% as savings and put that in a fund, and the aggregate of that, along with all the other 10% that you allow borrowers, you understand, that will indemnify any default coming out. So it doesn't matter of whether the loan will be repaid back. It will be repaid back over time, and that 10% in aggregate, maybe over 10 years, will be with properly invested in a mutual fund, will pay back the loan. Government can afford this because we have to find the avenues to empower these people in the inner city. But even if you disagree with any of that, the idea is that we must find creative solutions to deal with the social imperatives, or else, again, it will be a lost generation.
And I continue to contend that the generation is already lost. We have to look beneath that generation now and tap into the following generation, because this one we're coming up now, it's already dark for them, you know. But you see, Comrade Buck, you bring up some serious points about the financial institutions in Jamaica, you know. But I put this to you, that the financial institutions, number one, most of them are reducing the numbers of their branches. Why? Because the government gives them no incentive to keep the branches open, and as they become more and more automated, they find more ways to outsource the services, and so they require less staff. And they really don't care about the needs of the people. Not even the ATM machine them want to put anywhere. You know, so what I would suggest is that we try to attract venture capitalism into these communities.
Well, that's an interesting solution, because actually, especially in the area of technology, and loans are investment that will tap into the exceptionalism of our human resource potential. That is how you have the Usain Bolts.
That's right.
That is where they come from. They don't come from the upper class areas.
That's right.
The towns and these communities that are teeming. We had a boy in West Rural Center. They call him Crazy. Crazy had about 5-6. I think he went to Calabar. Crazy could write you a program in a minute.
You see it there?
Some people with bachelors and all and masters coming up there for program upgradings. He would write a program and give them. They pay him go down by Bellevue for 6 months, and him reappear again. Brilliant. And we have many Crazies.
Yeah.
In our cities. And we have some who are stable. Many who are stable. They don't have no opportunity.
That's right.
Yes, that is where we need to go.
These are some of the ones who become the criminal masterminds, because they're so brilliant.
All right. Who you think is the scammer? The scammer is the boy who dropped out from high school. He was good at IT, and they done. Now use it.
That's right. Because the dons are finding use for the bright ones, no?
What I was doing up in West Rural, in fact, after we built the radio school, the new primary school, the old school, we had leased it for 5 years to set up a research and development center for software.
Miss Ma'am, close it down.
After I left, that was never pursued. But the intention was to get we had used Dr. Stephen Core, that is David's core grandson.
I know Dr. Stephen Core, I know who he is, yeah.
He was part of that Vision 2050 program that was started up there. And coming out of the IT classes that we were having in the center, we selected 34 of the brightest and the best and the most creative. that we would ask the government to partner with them to pay each of them $1 million a year and to take 35% of the intellectual output or the intellectual property based on their creativity and the programs that they would have coming out of that center. So yes, we have to find these ways so we can provide alternatives to these youngsters. But if not, and how much it's gonna cost, because how many of them are there? Not a lot who reach a level that they can do these things.
Yeah.
Right?
But it certainly will uplift the communities.
That the Jamaican mind can penetrate the Pentagon courts if we're really serious. And these guys are great at what they do.
Exactly.
Now must use it for the benefit of the country in a very disciplined and productive and constructive way. And we need to establish the institutions and the methodologies and the measures and the initiatives that can capitalize on all of that. That's not what we are doing now.
Oh boy. You know, it's so sad because we keep hearing some of our spokespersons, especially Dr. Andre Horton, talk about this. And also Comrade Julian Robinson talk about the impact of this low-wage, low-tech economy that we're facing.
But we're not training them. We're not going on a community-based program to incorporate them and to start. We don't start.
Exactly.
Here I started up in West Rural and it stopped.
Yeah. So you know you
why
have to wonder.
Let me tell you why it stopped. You see, greed is something else. We used to find a way through art and through the CDF program to pay the youngsters, to give them a stipend of $22,000 per month just to go to school and to learn.
Right.
And to go into these centers. That was discontinued.
But Andrew just announced it like say it is a brilliant new idea and bring in.
I don't know what idea he has brought in. All I'm saying is that these institutions have been closed, and the youngsters who used to benefit from them are nowhere.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is so sad though, because it sounds to me like if immediate intervention is not made in West Central St. Andrew, you have a community that is quickly deteriorating, you know, in terms of right, in terms of just the
so you need another thing. Sometime here, just today there was a meeting and people were talking about Zozo and all of that.
Right.
And that again is a failed experiment because Zozo is really similar to the state of emergency.
It is.
Without constitutional impediments.
Yeah.
Because the social initiative part of it, which was the original intent, which both parties had signed on to, has been non-existent.
Okay.
It has been non-existent. If you're talking socio-economic incentive along with a crime prevention program, then you have to talk about microsector loans targeted to winners in the inner city. You're talking about technical training. You're talking about skill training. You're talking about the new technologies. You're talking about some of the things that I have been talking about.
Right.
But there is none of that. You're talking about exchange programs. Not going through the border through no river that Trump thought that I'm going to put some crocodile in. You
Comrade Book.
Talking about constructive incentives that
right. Comrade Bucky, in and out, like you move out of the range.
No, somebody called it.
Oh, somebody called. Okay,
Sorry
no
about
problem.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing you now.
Yes, I'm here.
Right, go ahead. You were saying.
I was talking about the kind of incentive, the kind of social incentives and initiatives that will make things like those meaningful. So what you have left is sheer. I don't know how you manage crime. Is a pitch patch sort of situation that the gunman appear here and go down and quiet for a while and then reappear. You want a sort of permanence. Ultimately, with robotics, the rise of robotics, you will have and I've been telling the youngsters, you will have a chip inside a robot that can take you with the gun in. So you're on borrowed time. You're on borrowed time, so it's better you get into one of these vocational institutions. It will pay you better. Too many of them have died without knowing what their children look like. How the children, they have not been able to see the children grow and go to school and to enjoy their life. And it is time that the gunman becomes a thing of the past.
That is true.
And it has disrupted communities, typically West Central. And this is where the creativity should have started. It is the leader of the country's constituency. And we have to start some. We have to start there. And I intend to bring whatever experience I have, and whatever thoughts I have, and whatever incentives I have looked at over the years to see how I can bring some change to that place. So when my time is ended, at least I would have moved the needle somewhat. I don't intend to be there for 26 years and people say, what you do?
Oh boy, it is so sad. But let's talk about the education, because you tell me that there are a lot of children from that constituency, young people who are so brilliant. What about the development of the schools in there? How many schools you have there?
What about it?
The schools, the education in the constituency itself, the high schools, the primary schools.
They know they have C-word. And you have DuPont.
DuPont primary.
They would have been upgraded now. It's a high school. But of course, the infrastructure that will be required for vocational and technical subjects, we're looking at a whole new world. And that's why we want to put that down by no man's land.
Yeah. The reason why I ask about the education is because I'm racking my brain and I'm trying to think if the schools in that constituency, how equipped they are to educate these children who are naturally brilliant.
Well, DuPont and others have produced bright children, but on a mass level, I've not done that research. I don't see. I have to find out how well they have done.
Hello? Yeah.
Saying the technical and vocational requirements for the new world that is unfolded are simply not there.
Yeah.
We need the technical infrastructure in terms of the software, in terms of the hardware, in terms of the training modules that we need to install those things and to make it relevant for learning. And we need a new school, a new institution for all of that.
What about
that you will have been failing the children. So if you look at Penwood as more liberal arts with maybe some technical areas, yes, but not
and sports. What about the sporting programs?
Yes, and then again, we have to look at sports programs. So that is why I'm looking at using the word comprehensive again, a more comprehensive facility that will look at all the areas and to actionalize the creativity of and the exceptionalism of the people there and the young people there, because a lot of them, there is brilliance there, and as a result, you will have to, if we don't put in the institutions, we are losing and we are failing them.
Oh boy!
And that again is number one on my agenda. So that's why I am pushing for that technical and vocational institution, because I see it every day.
Yeah.
Every day, more and more, we are way behind. Mona Prep and Peter and Paul Prep is moving up, and we have not started.
If only it were just those, it's so many. Even JC have a robotics program, you know. A lot of high schools, a lot of prep schools. I see some primary schools have started it too, you know. So
it is tragic, because the great equalizer, which is the internet, should have taken us there, and we should have started long ago.
Yeah.
So yes, we have to look at how we can start these. Well, certainly part of my mandate is to bring it to the fore, lobby for it, and to ensure we sensitize. Now the youths can't say that Mr. Buchanan never come and tell them that a day when the lack of productivity and the way of crime is not gonna come to an end, and it will confront them, and if they are not prepared, they'll be left out of the race.
Indeed.
You understand? They won't be able to resort to the kind of crime that they have been used to, because the number one tool there is the gun.
Yeah.
It's not the brain, and even if the brain you're using scamming, the Don will be able to get a program robot that can scam better than you ever can.
Yeah.
So all around it's technical, and we have to be, and if not for us, our children.
Indeed.
We cannot condemn them to backwardness, and that is where I am.
Question: when is your constituency conference?
Well, it should have been the 28th, but I have to get a date when the leader can come in.
Yeah.
And my guest speaker. So I guess it will be mid-August, because Comrade Richard Parchment is my campaign manager.
Okay, good.
Advise him to ensure that the leader will be there. I want him to do a little walk, and I want us to have a robust conference properly planned. I want the entire constituency, figuratively, to be there. And we are gonna send out the word that a new day is dawning in West Central, and we intend to restore it to the political glory that it once knew.
Have you been getting the support of the comrades in the constituency?
Well, let's put it this way. The reception that I've gotten from the voters on the ground has been astonishing. In my political life, I have never enjoyed this kind of reception.
Excellent.
That I am getting. The existing political directorate, led by that prior to my coming, led by Comrade Patrick Roberts, they have given me space, and the transition has been seamless.
Very good.
Thus far. Every now and then there are some little niggles, but we try to iron them out.
That's very good.
And I remain hopeful there that we won't have any problem in that direction. But I can't be looking back. I have to take on the leader. So the leader of the prime minister. So I cannot be looking back.
Yeah, you
So
need
I
a robust team
nothing.
behind you that
Yes, I know
will stand
that
with you.
there is total unity, and that will exist throughout my time there, that throughout this campaign.
Fair enough. All right, Comrade Buck. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish you all the best. Please keep me posted when your conference will be so that we can give you some coverage. But I hope that I mean I am looking forward to you sending Andrew Holness into retirement. You come out of retirement to send him into
I'm looking
retirement.
for that myself. And let me thank you for inviting me.
Definitely.
I hope I would have had some new information and some value.
Yes, definitely. I really
certainly
enjoyed
will.
this conversation.
Yes, I certainly will take up the opportunity whenever you call. Thanks again.
Yes,
Kamla.
Comrade Bob.
Well
Thank
done.
you. All right. Take care.
Good.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Well, comrades, I hope you enjoyed that conversation. I hope you enjoyed that conversation. Oh boy. I saw your message, Mom. I saw the message you sent me. Oh boy. Well, yes, that's your MP in waiting. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Yes, Comrade Natalie, it was a really good conversation. It was a good conversation. Let me see now. Comrades, we were also supposed to hear from Comrade Layton Smith, but I'm being made to understand that he's having some issue with his Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, him connection. You know, say him is St. Elizabeth, he is, and St. Elizabeth not really come back good yet in terms of the connection. So we wanted to hear from Comrade Smith what was happening in Southeast St. Elizabeth, Myersville division to be exact. And you know, Myersville division is very near and dear to us because that is where our dearly departed, the late great Comrade Ram Williams was from. And so this is one particular reason that we wanted to hear. Me just get a video from Jomo. Jomo, the labor right them run Andrew. Me see one video. Me I go soon post it up. Labor right run Andrew. Me Jesus. What a rotted. You're most welcome, my dear. You're most welcome. You are most welcome. Alright, I just check in the messages. Now, comrades, as I was saying, we wanted to hear from Comrade Layton Smith, the councillor, the sitting councillor of the Myersville division. And this was a very important conversation to me because, you know, Comrade Ram Williams, this was his seat that he did so much work in. And they have also been victimized politically. Comrade Smith is the only PNP councillor, right? Comrade Smith is the only PNP councillor. The MP is Frank Witter, and he has been marginalizing Comrade Smith. So we wanted to hear from him. So I'm gonna try him one more time, and if not, it's just so we have to reschedule with him. But we know how it is. Alright, but I hope I really enjoyed this conversation. No luck. Alright, so I go left it right there so with that. Now, before we spoke to Comrade Buck, we did a burn a small fire. right? I heard back from the blogger who had the issue, and she's very grateful that we have aired this issue. I'm going to touch back on it, you know. Let me tell you something, comrades. Do not be intimidated. Do not be intimidated. If you want to make your content, make your content. If you want to make your content and you make your post, then make your post. And if the labor right come at you, send them up under them mother, them father, wherever you need to send them up under. There is strength in numbers. And they cannot come at all of us. Because there are more comrades than labor rights, you know. Pastor Ricky, we were earlier before the interview with Comrade Paul Buchanan. We were speaking about the fact that a regular blogger who is not politically affiliated has been harassed, bullied, and threatened by a labor right. This person here, if you can't see it, I don't want them flag me something again, so I will move it quick. That person, and this is what she put up on her social media. So we wanted to, we shared that. We wanted to just make that known. You know, we wanted to get that out there because you have these demons, you have these termites that are bothering ordinary people. This woman is not politically affiliated. She's not. I have seen her, and let me tell you something. It is Voltaire who said, you know Voltaire who talk a heap of things were dead long time. Me can't even remember the quote now. Me know the quote, but me I get tired. Right? I might not agree with you. Right? But I will protect your right to say what you need to say. I might not always agree with what you say, but I will defend your right to say it. That was Voltaire. That is how it goes. I might not agree with what you have to say, but I will always defend your right to say it. We don't have to see eye to eye. We don't have to support the same political party. But nobody should be victimizing you for saying what you need to say. And it shows you, I keep on saying, this is the time for ordinary Jamaicans to understand the kind of people who are in governance in Jamaica. This is the opportune time for ordinary Jamaicans who are not politically affiliated to see what the rest of us have been saying all along. I hate to say it so, but I told you so. You wanted to give these demons a chance, but I know I personally told you you're making a big mistake. You should always listen to your granny. And you may know say your granny did tell you say labor right are wicked. Me know say your granny did tell you say labor right are wicked. Because I know my granny alone they tell me that. Right? Somehow you we take up on yourself and talk about you not politically affiliated. On your granny they tell you say labor right are wicked. And we're always putting ourselves into situations where we have to find out for ourselves because our ears hard. We have to find out the truth for ourselves because we head tough and we ears hard. We don't like to listen. We need to go back with our own toe and make our own mistake. I'm not preaching to the converted who are on the life tonight. And I know some most of is comrade and I need to listen. Me I talk to the tough head one them. I am talking to the tough head one them. Thank you, Steplight. And thank you, Pastor Ricky. When I was talking to Comrade Book, I saw that you had sent some gifts. And for everybody who has been sending me the gifts, I just want some more taps now. But may I talk to the tough head one them. The tough head one them who never want to listen. When the granny did talk, the tough head one them who talk about them never see PNP give them relative nothing yet. Let me tell you something. Politics is not about handouts. And this administration is supposed to be a textbook case for you to analyze. Politics is not about what each of you can get in your politics. Politics is about in your pocket, I mean. Politics is about where we can get the country collectively. The policies we put in place to ensure that we don't suffer collectively. JLP is a failed experiment. And every time JLP come back into power, people put them in power who curious. Them curious to see what the next party going to be like. That is why whenever JLP come out of power, they're out of power for so long. Because we remember until another set grow and realize what a set of wicked them is. And then them gone again. And the cycle keeps repeating. But the problem is when the cycle repeat, they take 10 years and bring it right back to square one. And that's why Jamaica cannot get ahead. Because they take 10 years and completely obliterate all the progress that we have made. And that is the truth. People wonder why Jamaica can't get nowhere. The JLP has destroyed an entire generation. That generation will come up now, let me tell you something. If you never hold on to your picnic good there in this generation under the JLP, this 8-9 years under the JLP, if you lose your picnic under this generation, it's like you don't understand what going on. As a mother who had to raise her 3 kids under this generation, where labor right run things, we have to hold on to them strong, And if you don't have the resources to hold on to them strong and then fall through the cracks, they are lost, The JLP has obliterated an entire generation of children. Comrade Paul Buchanan just said it. This is why you have some of them now in people inbox talking this bullshit. Telling people bullying people for sharing their opinions. You have to be a special type of dunce to believe, say, you can get away with something like this. And this person, Joshua, whatever his name is, lucky say never try it with me. Because one of them tried it with me. I'm just lucky say me old now. I'm just lucky say me get on in an age now. I'm not really follow up carelessness again. Me don't really follow up carelessness again. Me don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I don't have a thing to prove to nobody, and most of them don't, as I said this earlier, most of them don't have 2 red cents to rub together. And when you call your lawyer, and your lawyer send out, go survey and check them and find them, we find a couple of them, You see all the one Oral, whatever him name, Oral Wallace or whatever, we work at Rio Cobra Juvenile Center. We find him, we find him address, we find that, we know exactly where him come from, Chopper John thinks says him alone can see people in a them yard of water them land. But them not have 2 cents. Let me tell you something. Them don't have 2 cents to rub together. When you take your money and spend and hire a lawyer to sue them, When you take your money, your 300 retainer to carry, to take the defamation suit nowadays is 300 grand. When you take your money, you hard earn 300 grand now. If you go fling after them, both you sue them. When them lose the case, them don't even have nothing to sell where you can get back your money. Them don't have it. When you dig them up and find them don't have it. How we do we digging, you know? We do we work and we find them. But you go take your money and throw after them. You go through one, all of this, make lawyer write them. One letter from a lawyer is 15-20 grand, you know. Every time the lawyer write a letter, cease and desist, whatever, 15 grand that. Me have picked me and put through college. You think we have time for all of that? Because they are allowed to get away with these things because them don't have 2 cents to rub together. Why Andrew don't talk about that? Since Andrew Holness love to talk about how the bloggers are spreading misinformation, why don't talk about him termite them? We're troubling people online, ordinary Jamaican people who contribute to the economy, who actually contribute to society. Why don't talk about that? Andrew Holness has always been known to attract the lumpen of the society. The lowest of the low are the ones who run behind Andrew. Even the labor right them say so. And not just me. Andrew overthrew Audley's challenge by attracting the lowest of the low labor right them. The lumpen them we don't have 2 cents in them head to rub together. Those are the ones who support Andrew Holness. And those are the ones who are out there making a nuisance of themselves in a people inbox. Because them get a little chilling from Andrew. I'm happy that we spoke to Comrade Buck, you know, because he was able to share just how vile the Prime Minister is. With his own constituency, he has overseen the deterioration. You hear how long he has been the Member of Parliament, 26 years. And he has overseen the dilapidation and the deterioration of that constituency. Over the 26 years, there is nothing Andrew Holness can say that he has done to develop West Central St. Andrew. A DARYL will come to talk about, you know, from a gully that is rotting away to everything that has happened, to his victimization of people who support the PNP even though they are his constituents. To the total destruction of the human capital of the constituency. And this is the man we want to have now. Look at what he has done to his constituency. So what do you expect him to do to Jamaica? And then you have these blasted idiots running behind this vagabond. Me not embarrassing a Paula because we didn't know. I keep on saying, and every time I come live, how can you support somebody who them call backward in school? Me not run behind those people. Me personally cannot see myself running behind a dunce person. You go to school and them call you backward and me must follow back at you. Say if you backward and me follow back at you, me no backward too. Wanna talk to me there? Tell me if me make sense. If me hear them call you backward, you go to school and the people them call you backward, and me go follow back at you, what that make me? It not make me more backwarder. So we make go follow a dunce person for. So it says more about the people who follow him. It says more about the people. See one of them here, Sasko kid, don't block him yet unfriendly. Sasko kid, you didn't know so them call your prime minister backward when him did their school. You didn't know? Don't block him yet. Did you know that they called him backward when he was at school? So if them call your prime minister, you don't have to take my word for it, you know. Ask him. Go and go ask him what was him hall name at university. And if them call him backward, what backward mean in Jamaican? In Jamaican terminology, when somebody say you're backwards, what that mean? Talk to me, man. What that mean? If somebody says you are backwards, so me must take up my bright self, my government scholarship self, and go follow somebody with them call backwards. My degree and masters and remember say my doctorate when me work for me, nobody never give it to me as no honorary doctorate, you know. Read me have to read fit. So me must take up myself and go follow somebody with them call backwards. And then on try to justify it and then disrespect people who have sense. That's the worst part in thanks, Pastor Ricky. If when they just hold in a corner with no done self, nobody wouldn't have nothing to say to you know. If when you just stay on the lane, uno dance, uno stay on the lane. But now no one come bright up on yourself with people who have sense. People who go to school and get them education and have sense, who have ambition, and now stretch out them hand and beg politicians for nothing. And that may I say, uno don't do it. Hi. I will be live until 10:30, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so call me after that. Alright. You understand what I say? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't come disrespect people. Don't come pass in a place with people who contribute to society. Because, yo, let me tell you something. The majority of laborites don't have one thing to contribute to society. Not at all to contribute to society. And the reason why they are like this is because they know it. They depend on their government being in power so that they can get handouts. That is the bottom line. People need to wake up, man. People need to wake up and understand what's going on. Them can't get me miserable, you know. You know what make me miserable this day and book when I have to study because I have exam come up. Right? And me here say I have to do. I have clinical come up and I have to do. Yo, when you get old, you know, retainers, you used to retain. You see the my eye them black underneath. I'm miserable, I miss my husband. I frustrated, I want to go home. I miss my husband. I'm tired of school. I had a meltdown today, God no. I had a total meltdown today. Come here study, me feel, trust me. I'm a miss my husband more than anything. So it's not them. Let me tell you something. I don't care enough about labor rights for them to affect my life. With everything that they have said about me and done, tried to do to me. Right? They don't affect me that much for me to be upset over them. They're not worth it. Can't make dunce people affect my quality of life. Cannot, let me tell you something. I have never depended on politicians to live. Never. So that is the clear difference between me and a labourite. Because whether them lower, whether them whichever class, whichever level of society they are, if them come from uptown and them is labourite, they are depending on nepotism and those contracts, those big contracts, to scrape out poor people money. And if them is part of the little jimbang lumping them where run up and down behind them, them depending on the little jinglings of the politician. So every level of them is the same thing. Every level of them is the same thing. They are scraping. That's why I have one where get $2.1 billion contract for the doctor and patient crackers and steel cheese. Because they are scraping. And them dry eye with it. Them no want to hear we talk about that. Fulling them craw, Pastor Ricky. Fulling up them craw. And them dry eye with it. And nobody not supposed to say nothing about it. And when you call it out, them say, but you would do this, you would do the same thing to no. Me never fool my craw yet out of government money. Never, never, ever, ever, ever fool my craw out of government money. Taxpayer money. That is the part about it. And them wouldn't even do it with little conscience. They're doing it while the entire country is deteriorating. And then them have the little clown them know. When Jamaicans point it out that the infrastructure is failing, everything is failing, education is failing, health is failing, everything is failing. Everything is failing. Then you see them coming to your DM and start bother you. That's the bottom line, you know. Then them coming to you, them start to troll you. Them start troll you, them start attack you because you have sense. Listen, it's not me telling you for man stupid, you know. I never tell you as a labourite to ban without sense. How can you, first and foremost, you know who you're following behind? You know the history of your party? How the hell you going to follow a political movement started by an illiterate person? And then your leader nickname is backward. From day one I said, this don't make no sense. This is how you know say stupid people really exist. Stupid people really exist. You always wonder to yourself, then people can so fool. Then people could have really so fool. And then try to justify it. But as I say, it's a wake-up call for Jamaican people. Jamaican people will understand why labourite must never be in power. Why we need to put them back in the sepulchre, cover it, seal it, and plant one oak tree on top of it. And leave them there. Bury them and left them there. Because from them in power, Jamaica plagued with problems. Plague. Imagine the lady, man her own business, trying to help people. Trying to help people overcome DARYL. All over the place, trying to put together, and they are in her inbox threatening her. Because she says, the government not doing anything. That's what she said in her post, that the government not doing anything. And she explained that this is what the person who she spoke to, who she's trying to help, said. She was repeating what the woman said, that the government not helping her. So basically, they must shoot the messenger. when you do things like that, you turn off people, you know. And them really expect say Jamaican people go and support them when them go around the place threaten people. Them go around the place and make a nuisance of themselves. I am very intolerant of stupid people. And I have yet to meet a sensible labor right. If a sensible labor right exists, I don't see, because them say Nigel sensible and it's bare foolishness Nigel are going with from what day. Him book bright but him stupid. And crisis show them up. Look at what DARYL has been going on with. Crisis show him up. I have yet to meet a sensible labor right. When them back against the wall, you see how stupid them is. Them can't formulate anything. They have not been able to formulate anything. They have totally nullified the ODPEM. And now that ODPEM is needed, they are running around like headless chickens, don't know what to do. When the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management was there for times like this. I'm not going to tell me so them sensible. They have always been like this, you know. They have always been like this. They have always been like this. They have never ever had sense. And the few laborites who actually have sense, where they are the top where you don't know about, because once them in representation, them do have no sense. The sensible one them is the one them will control the strings. We control the idiot them. Control the money. Those are the ones who are benefiting from having these idiots in power. Those are the ones who are benefiting from all the turmoil we are facing. Those are the ones who convinced Bustamante to start the GLP because they were unhappy with the fact that black people were being empowered. That the PNP was equalizing the masses. And them woo the idiot Bustamante. And convince him, say, even though him illiterate, he must stop going like, say, Norman Manley, the lawyer, more than him. Because him darker than him and him brown. No, so that's how the story go. Remember, say, Norman Manley and Bustamante are cousin, you know. And why did Bustamante betray Norman Manley? Because he was wooed away by the plantocracy. We make him feel like, oh, him cousin look down on him. His bad mind start GLP. GLP party was started out of pure bad mind. So we're gone bad morning, how it for come good at evening. 80 odd years later, how it for come good. The GLP was formed out of bad mind. And they continue to tell people that they can do better, but they never can. Because at the end of the day, the people who control the labor rights are not the people who are the representatives. It is a generational curse, Dan. To be a labor right is a generational curse. It is a generational curse. And the worst part about the generational curse is the fact that they don't even know that they are cursed. Teddy, if you hate the PNP, that means you don't know anything about politics. You don't know anything about the politics and you are part of the problem. Because at the end of the day, it's people like you who stay home and bury your head in the sand while we're in this batty hole right now. Why Jamaica has been put in this position? Because you don't seek to educate on yourself, to inform on yourself. You think say if you avoid the problem, it is going to go away. And that is the problem with most Jamaicans. When you feel say if you avoid the problem is going to go away. Alex, me look young to you? Me draw for my glasses and put it on. Me look young to you? Me show myself so you can see the wrinkle. I don't have no grey hair because I carry good genes. But me look young to you? I am not a child. So listen when me talk. Listen when me talk. Because I dey about long time. I have grand picnic. So listen when me talk. Because it's like when I say because I have a pretty face and me look youthful, I am not that young. See how them dons? When I see how them dons? All they can do when they hear the truth is come out with bad words like this idiot named Demo now. Another one. All you're doing is showing up how dunce you are. How stupid you are. Go tell your leader to go and suck his mother. That is what you need to do. Go and go tell your prime minister that. And don't come to me with it. Because I'm not sending you in your mother. I'm sending you your father behind. That's a nice tight fit for you. Go there. And leave me in peace. Go there. Because the whole I want to think so I know more than everybody and I so blasted dunce. When I don't have two brain cells to rub together. But when you come with a little stupidness because you come with a little stupid words, a little chattings. Because you don't even have a brain to think. When you come with a little chattings. Because the truth, when you can't get over the truth, you come and you, oh, suck him out, do this and that. Why? Because the truth boxing on the face, giving them a hard box cross in the face. And then I have nothing to say about it. That's why you try to shut people up. Because you don't want people to know the truth. The truth hurt them. And them no want people to know the truth. But I am going to say it again. The JLP was started by an illiterate bad mind man. Who was convinced to betray his cousin. By people who did not want black people to be liberated. And to this day, those people who don't want black people liberated still control the JLP. I just saw the cookie crumble. That is how the story go. He was never, because listen to me, Bustamante did not have an education. He was functionally illiterate. It's push him and power drunk him. Why betray him cousin who used to help him, get him out of jail. Him betray Norman Manley the wickedest way. You know how much Norman Manley do for Bustamante? When him go on with him foolishness and get himself in trouble all the time. They make him feel, say, him bright and him brilliant. The same how them boost up Andrew and make him feel like him have sense. Somebody who name backward at school cannot be bright. And that me say. If them call you backward at school, you cannot be bright. Them don't call bright people backwards. It's the same set of people boost up Andrew and make him feel like, say, him doing a good job. That's exactly what he was, Rough Edge. And because of that, these people have orchestrated the struggles that we face as a society. And all of these little idiots who follow behind, them don't even know. All them need to do is go and look in a book. But if them see it in a book, first of all, the majority of them can't even read. They are unwilling to believe what they see in the books. They are unwilling to believe what them see in the research. So when them see CIA publish, say, listen, you know, say back in the day with it, JLP and Edward Seaga for boy cause a problem in Jamaica, they don't want to believe the CIA, even though the CIA is confessing. It is there in black and white in the declassified documents, and them don't want to believe. They find excuses to go around the fact that the person who you revere actually did so much to destroy the country that you live in. That's at the bottom line, you know. And then they're going to come and say, oh, it's lies. You're talking lies. You're talking lies. But the CIA admitted it. The CIA declassified these documents and put them out there for everybody to read it. You can see it. You can Google it and read it. It is not a secret. But they're going to come and say, oh, you're spreading lies and propaganda, and we're going to track you because you're spreading lies and propaganda. You're going to track the CIA too? Because if I don't point you to the CIA, Google still going to do it. Of course it was St. Michael. CIA said it. So this is what make you know for a fact that them people are stupid. Them stupid to a next level. But what hurt me about them being stupid is that they are turning off good people like this blogger who has done nothing but help the Jamaican people. Who have nothing to do with politics. And this is what bring me to this point. We cannot allow these people to rob us of the best of us. When you see people elected with criminal history in council and parliament, and you have people getting up in parish council meetings and cursing bad words and talking about them run this place. You know the type of people that these demons are. If you can call them people, because that is not a person. That is an animal. OJ Nelly, OJ Neely, I am happy. You see, some of these people who refuse to engage in the political system, it needed to happen to some of them for them to wake the hell up and see what is happening in Jamaica. Because them have a choice to make now, you know. Them can either live like this or vote them friggers out. It needed to happen to some of these people who are not involved in politics, who make up their minds that they're not getting involved in politics, them try to avoid it, them bury them head in the sand. It needed to happen to some of them, for them to see the kind of demons that we have been telling them about all along for these many, many years. Make them see where the country going, the direction the country going into. That's the bottom line. So me going to say no, if so what one German, me personally going to say no. If like all them realize that this is what is happening, if them still go and keep them head buried in the sand, or them go and get up and use the one weapon we all we have, we can make sure so we get rid of them friggers. Because it's just this it take, you know. It's only this it take. One finger. Right? One finger. Take your pen, mark your X beside the head, and dip your finger and get the hell out of there. Because that is all it takes. That is all it takes to get rid of them for good. Nobody has to resort to violence. I feel them think that. Me there in a Patrick. Nobody has to resort to the bullying tactics, the bad man tactics with him. You don't have to say nothing, you know. Continue to make your content and make them feel so them have that say over you. And when that day come, when them call it. You do what you have to do. It's as simple as that. Do what you have to do. Get rid of them. Because nothing can go so. The more pressure these people come under, the more impunity they act with. And they don't realize this. The more pressure them come under is the more impunity. You dig and every time you dig, it's like a woman with a cheating man. Every time she dig, she find another woman. Every time you dig, you find another money with them thief. Another way them find for thief the money. Boy, rather me can't play. Me have to be careful what kind of music me play. If it's copyright, me YouTube now go monetize. So me have to be careful. Remember, say me YouTube depend monetization. So I have to be very careful. So Jermaine is saying him just here say a JP MP is the publisher for the PEP contract through the MOE. Mike Henry. What you say? Publisher of what? But what him publish? What kind of PEP him publish? Mike Henry turn publisher now? You must be joking. That cannot be true. At least me not say nothing here because them people here, all of a sudden who turn caterer, who turn funeral director, who start import rice. Everybody doing all of these things just to scrape the money. They are giving themselves the contracts just to scrape the money. Just to scrape the money. Angie, Jamaica deserve better, but people get what them vote for. And if Jamaican people don't wake the hell up and realize that it's time them engage in the political process, they are always going to do this and get away with it. We're always going to be in this situation because they make up their mind, say, them don't like what's happening. So instead of going out and voting out a party, them prefer to stay home and suffer in silence. Them come in like them have battered woman syndrome. Jamaican people act like them have battered woman syndrome. Yes, Teddy is only the JLP because you are termites. Don't block him yet. Don't mute him yet. And friendly, I know that you are there ready. But wait. Yes, it's only the JLP doing it. Because the JLP has been in government for 8 years. The PNP is not the government. So how is the PNP doing it? And don't go back to the 18 years. Because we have already debunked that lie. So don't come here with it. Remember now, you're not talking to any of you little stupid labor right them. Because you see this comrade, we're very educated over here. We have whole heap of sense. Whole heap of sense back at this. Back in here so. Whole heap of sense. So stop right there before you come with your 18-year foolishness. It don't work over here, so. So let me tell you that from now. How old were you 8 years ago? Ask yourself that. How old were you 18 years ago? How old were you 8 years ago? And how old were you 18 years ago? Because my daughter, who was born right on the cusp of that 18 years. She is at the end of that 18 years. She's now an adult and getting married. So talk to me there. How old were you? Don't come here with the foolishness. If you come here to learn, you stay here and learn and shut the hell up and listen. That is what you need to do. Don't come here, come ask no foolishness about what the PNP do and whatever. Don't come here with it. If you come here to learn, you shut the hell up and listen. If not, go on about your business. Do this and scroll up. Because we know in enough foolishness. You don't feel like say you can picture and the comrade them all the time. You say this comrade doing this on social media through all the platform before. So if me dep on social media before social media exists, that is how old I am. And every single one I want to say you can bring me down and try, and none of you don't succeed yet. So you go and sit your ass down and listen to me. Or come off of my platform. Because I have a whole heap more people to listen to me. As simple as that. No, but we don't take no foolishness from them. Right? The issue is with PNP all along is we sit down and make them paint this picture. Make the demon them paint this picture. We don't take it to them because we say, oh, we're above them. When they do this, when they go low, we go high. No. Let me tell you from now. When you go low, Kamla will go lower. And then Kamla get up and go high. So this is not like one of the one them where decent and sit down and put up with enough foolishness. When you go down there, may go down there too. And then may get up and laugh after you and go about my business. So come make we talk again now. The JLP was started by an illiterate man who was used by moneyed people to hold down black people, and all of the black people who follow him and start that party are a set of rotted idiot. And all of the people who continue to follow them is a set of rotted idiot because ANJU'S does not control the JLP. It's the rich people them in PSOJ control the JLP. The PSOJ are the descendants of those same people who wanted to hold black people down. All them do now, instead of call themselves Farmers Party, where them used to call themselves 80 years ago, them call themselves PSOJ now. The same set of people. We control have an Andrew like this. So them have Andrew. Like a puppet. Why? Why was Andrew the perfect person? Because him backward. And I don't want nobody come on my page and say I am disrespecting the Prime Minister for calling him backward because that was his hall name on campus. Just like how DARYL Vaz called himself Killer Vaz. ANJU'S when he was on campus, him did name backward. I don't want nobody come talk to me. Because everything I'm saying are facts. Everything is facts. Everything is facts. To tell you the truth, them tired of him now and them a try get in Tufton. Why? Because Tufton is greedy. Because Tufton love money more than how him love himself. Tell me say he's liar telling. Tell me say he's liar telling. I want somebody come here and tell me say I'm lying. Tell me that I am lying. Tufton love money more than him love him heart. Talk to me. And that is somebody that can be used and dangled like a puppet because he will sell his soul. He will sell his own mother. So them realize that Andrew, them don't use Andrew now, you know. Them don't use Andrew now. So on to the next. Thank you, David. On to the next. So all of them were up and run up their mouth because them getting a little trickle down. Thank you, Your Honor. Them getting them little trickle down. And them feel big because them getting a little trickle down. It is not about you. When you walk and call Mark Golden massa. That is not the massa you need to be looking out for. The massa you need to be looking out for is the PSOJ, the privileged sons of Jamaica, who want to keep your ass where you are and want Jamaica to continue to suffer so that they can make money off of you. When are you going to wake the hell up? You know my prayer for these people who support the GLP? I pray that God strike them head and put a brain in it. Yeah. God need to strike some lightning and make them grow a brain. All of these people we have nothing constructive to offer to society but to torment good people. And them don't, they never get, listen to me. Them never decide to change until them own government betray them and make them suffer. But as long as them not suffering, them alright. Them good enough. But then again, some of them still willing to suffer. Because I've seen labor rights where people dead because of the condition of the hospital. And because them kiss the politician ass so much, them want to keep it under quiet. I've seen that with my own eyes. They are willing to put aside their grief to kiss the politician ass. Me see it happen with the one who support Robert Montague. Me see it with the one who happen with support Andrew Wheatley. I am saying it because I've seen it myself. Where your loved one dies because of how the system is. Some of them is them picnic dead. And the politician turn around and fling them money after them and them good. To hell with the picnic. To hell with the dead picnic. This is how the labor right brain functions. But make them come in my inbox, man. Make them come into my inbox. And that I want. This idiot we name Joshua. When name Joshua John James or whatever the hell we claim him is a Christian. Claim say him is a Christian. As a Christian, you are in people back inbox threatening them and telling them about you know where them work and you are a Christian. Me know. You know what? Make I keep my mouth shut here because my name easy for call. All when me know the Jamaica them call my name. St. Michael, and it is because them full up the police force. A whole heap of them young police where you see them have is some labor right them scrape up and send. Some of them is some labor right criminal. I mean now put my mouth on ground and talk. Where them scrape up and put in there political activists. Where them take up and scrape and put in JCF and JDF. The amount of criminals them putting in the police force and in the army. Them have a harass citizens. Who is this Kevin person? Let me tell you something, don't spot. Termite, don't come on my page. I never even have the time to look over here to see who this idiot is. I don't want, listen to me now, this Kevin Johnson person. You're going to shut the hell up and listen or come off of my page. It's as simple as that. You either shut up and listen or get off. That is your only option. Simple as that. Tap it up. Who it freezing for? Who it freezing for? Because it's not freezing on my end. Rather it freezing for you, or else it freezing for? When you talk to me, TikTok, what's going on? It's not on your end because it not freeze on my end, and rather it's probably your side freezing. Absolutely free, Horatio. Since you want to know what is my pay, this is how the whole I want to dance and think. Let me tell you something. Don't block him yet unfriendly. Let me tell you something. This is the difference between PNP and Labour, right? We're not hungry. Politicians don't have to pay we. I'm glad you come to catch the lecture. Now sit your ass down and shut up and listen. It's licky on a licky and gravelicious while on a day you're tormenting people. Because everything you do, you have to get paid for it. You don't know what volunteerism is. You have no spirit of volunteerism. Everything you stretch out your hand, you have to get paid for it. It's a different mindset. And the fact that you support the JLP tells me already so much about you. It tells me that you don't have any sense. That money is your motivation all around. And you don't think much of yourself, so you don't think much of anybody else. That is what it tells me about you. So sit your ass down and listen. You want to ask me how much I get paid per hour? 0. And you don't have to tell me, say me good at it. Because you have one of your little stupid asses in my inbox telling me last week, says either I blog for the JLP or come off of social media. That's just how stupid you all are. That's how dumb you are. But let me tell you what you need to do. You need to run back behind PSOJ where dangle no prime minister so. And have on a little crumbs where you're picking up. The little crumbs where you're picking up. Because you don't have no education. So this is why you're in the position where you're in now, where you have to be scraping poor people money. Where you have to be all over social media. Policing social media. You don't want to hear anybody talk the truth because you don't know what you're doing. You don't see a bite, you don't see a ride, you know. That is why on all over social media because you on sins riding, you know. You can't rest in peace. You can't enjoy the fruits on your teeth in. That's why on all over the place. All over the place under everybody posts. You can't rest easy. Because you know say on the gains are ill-gotten. That's why the Prime Minister don't want hear nobody in him ears. Him don't want to see nothing on social media. I'm afraid. That's why him and Integrity Commission turned pen pal. Because him afraid. Yeah man, them tormented. And let me tell you something. You cannot lock up everybody for coming out and talking them talk. It's impossible. This year make 20 years since I'm doing this and none of you can stop me. Wasting on the time. Total waste of time. I keep on saying to you, when you see me on social media, you scroll past me. Because the more you come at me is the harder I go. The more you come at me is the harder I will go. When you see me, ignore me. Them have to go lock up 3/4 Jamaica Creator Universe. Because every time them go after one person, another one come up. And the worst part about it is we not even dare Jamaica. How you going to go into other people's country and trouble Jamaicans for speaking out against the Prime Minister? You can't do it. So it's better when you just go and scrape where you want to scrape because you know, when a day is numbered. Your days are numbered. And the reason why you are here bothering everybody is because you know that your days are numbered. You know, say your days numbered, you know. That's why I'm so blasted, tormented. When you're tormented because you see the writing on the wall. And it burn on your heart so you can't continue. That's why poor Andrew him start up with him promise diarrhea again. Like him take people for idiot. The promise diarrhea start again. St. Michael, Mr. Vaz was the jackass of the day for yesterday. You missed the whole of that conversation there. We really now go through that again. But Mr. Vaz was yesterday's jackass of the day. Complete with the brain and the name. Whatever the hell it is that them do. Yeah man, you missed the entire conversation. Comrades, this is what I need you to get into your heads. Do not be intimidated by these jackasses. Don't be intimidated by them. As a matter of fact, I'm not only talking to comrades alone. I am talking to Jamaicans on a whole. Do not allow these people to intimidate you to try and quiet your voice. Don't allow them to make you stop talking your truth. Don't allow them to stop you from giving back to your society, your country. Because they were attacking this lady because she was organizing to help Jamaican people who are in need after burial. So that people are not victimized by their political representatives. That is the bottom line. And I see somebody named Blue Wave over YouTube. I don't care if you want to burn out my party, you know. I don't care. But what I can tell you is don't come disrespect me because I support my party. That is where me and you go and kick off. Support who you want support, but do it respectfully. But you see somebody now name Creator Universe, and these people tend to be, when them come here and go on like them, wanna watch my video yet about the 5 types of labor right? When them come here and act to be neutral, a lot of them are labor rights under the quiet, you know. A lot of them are disgruntled labor rights and they try to bring down the PNP with them. When they don't mix up with party. Because the reason why you're not seeing PNP doing anything or opposing is because you don't want to see the PNP opposing. You don't want to see the PNP opposing. So you put on your blinders and your blinkers and you act like say they're not doing enough. When it is the PNP that have the government back against the wall. 14 members of parliament in the PNP have the 49 of them back against the wall. Well, it's 48 now. 47. Rotted. Them numbers are go down in a car. One resign and one gone independent technically. We're going, you know. 14. 1-4. Me tell you now all the time in a Northstar. You have a lot of them who are disgruntled labor rights. A lot of them are disappointed in Andrew Holness. Me see it with me. I have good friends who this happened to. They had so much hope in him when him come on. Because them, I don't mean to gloat in, but I did tell them. Boy, go on Jamaican blossom. Me did tell them. Marissa Dalrymple Filbert was forced to resign and George Wright is quote unquote independent. Those are the two. But let me tell you something. A lot of them are upset, disgruntled, disappointed, and downright ashamed of what Andrew Holness has done to the country. But they don't want to believe that PNP is a better option because it's psychologically disenchanting to admit that you're wrong, you know. And some of them can't come to themselves and admit to themselves so they got it so wrong. Me have one where used to bother me every day about politics till him take time and bother me every 2 days, till him take time and bother me once a week, till him take time and stop bother me every day now. Him stop. Me have another one where used to bother me about it and then go to the stop till now. Him start come over to the other side. Bully for them. But me, I am here to educate, you know. I am here to educate. That is what I am here to do. So if you don't want to hear the truth, may as well move on. Because they might tell you, say, I'm telling lie and propaganda, but you go and Google anything I say. Go and Google it. Go and search it up for yourself. And look and see where the lie is. And come back here and say, you know, Kamla, this was not the truth. And we could debate it. The fact is, Bustamante was illiterate. Functionally illiterate. He could not even sign his own name. He couldn't even spell bread. And his cousin, Norman Manley, helped him a lot. And he betrayed Norman Manley. And that is how the JLP was created. There are tons of books that explain the history of Jamaican politics. There's a very good book by the late great Dr. Professor Carl Stone, who used to be, according to the CIA, Carl Stone was a Labourite, by the way. And Carl Stone wrote that book and outlined just how the political parties were started. And they can Google all of the declassified the CIA document them too. And the CIA people, them is not Jamaican. So when them talk from an objective perspective. Are the things what them used to do, who them collude with, exactly what go down. You love Mark because the man marry a black woman. Love how him went outside Parliament and finish him speech. Yeah, and that's because he's just a wonderful human being, creator universe. I was one of the people who encouraged Mark Golding to go for it because Mark Golding did not want to be the leader of the PNP, and I was one of the ones who actually called him and said, listen, it's your time now. I tell the story all the time. Because a more genuine, caring human being you cannot find. And a lot of people who bash Mark Golding have never met him in person. Because the minute they meet him, me know a heap of people who used to be against Mark Golding, and once they meet him, it's like them spirit just take him. Because him have that spirit taking nature there. Trust me. Christopher Campbell, you are so right. Exactly, Monica Hall. Selfish better than education. That is what the labor rights them preach. Well, comrades, I hope if it's one thing tonight, I put some fire on your belly. I hope so. I hope that any of you who I would love to see more comrades on social media talking. If you depend on TikTok, you create your content. No, listen, create your content. Talk. If you're on YouTube, create your content. Talk. If you're on X, post up your post, them talk. Even if the little termite them come under on a post and try to disrespect on a talk. If you don't ready to show your face when you talk, do a voiceover. You can do voiceover, you know. That is it, Pastor Ricky. Instagram, Facebook, anyway, me depend on every single platform. Me can't even multitask sometimes because God knows my Facebook page. I have a huge Facebook following. And God knows sometimes I don't even have the time to go over there to post because most of my time now I'm not even gonna say most of my time I'm on TikTok because guess what? I only when me go live me dip on TikTok most of the time because schoolwork will beat me. Creator Universe is asking if I can personally ask Mark to look into a paralyzed Killman case. Listen, I can. Let me give you, send me a WhatsApp right now. WhatsApp me. Send me a WhatsApp, Creator Universe. Right? Send me a WhatsApp and I will pass it on. You have my word. Alright? Exactly, mighty one. Some people can feel energy, and Mark Golden have a very clean and pure energy. No matter how them try to take him down, a very clean and pure energy. You know, remember, you know, labor rights get by tarnishing people. They are a dirty set, so they want everybody look dirty too. And they have tried everything to bring Mark Golden down. Them, as for me, them try bring me down till them fool. Everything them try. But them don't know say my eye them dry like chip. Dry, dry, dry. You see how them glassy them dry like chip. Me tell you now all the time, a tree picnic me have not shape. Me have tree picnic, me not have no shame. All of my shame gone when me give birth. So you don't waste on the time on me. I tell who about who me kill and who me deal with and who me sleep with and how me broke and me hungry and pain, how much pain man me deal with and blah 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 blah. Nobody cares. I certainly don't care. What you say about me is none of my business. I certainly never lose sleep over no labor right yet. The reason why you do these things and say these things, and the thing about it is me not talk about them. The reason why they do these things and say these things because they are afraid of me. Them afraid of me like posts. And those are one who watch the interview on Town Hall with Christopher Tufton when we back him up, you know say them afraid of me. I tell you now all the time, so me click on labor right profile, the labor, and I'm not talking about the labor right, the little jing bang jing them. I am talking about the one them in politics, the representative there. And I go up on them page, and the whole of them have me blocked. And me never interact with these people yet. And them have me blocked. Them know about me, them hear about me, them afraid of me. They were told to avoid me at all costs. That is what you tell people who you fear. So no little jim bang jing labor right can't come at me. Because if the bigger heads were on to lap up them ass afraid of me, I don't know who is them to think say me. Them can't come to me. Them can't step to me. Go one side with that. That them for know, Nardster. Them for know. Because trust me. The whole of them know. The whole of them know. And the more them come, is the more me talk. The more they come, is the more I speak. And none of them can make me stop talk. I keep on saying, listen to me, Creator Universe. Ignore the noise. Just put out what you want to put out and ignore the noise. Ignore them. Ignore the noise. Make them go and talk. Ignore the noise. Then wake up, I have to go beat some books. And I want to pray for me with this school thing, you know. School and mad me. School is mad in me. Labor right can't mad me, but school definitely. I want to remind me, say, when I finish this, if I tell you, say, I want to go back to school, just remind me, no, Kamla, enough is enough. Remind me. Remember me, you know. If I settle, you know, when I'm done with this, course that I want to go back to school again, just type no Kamla, enough is enough, please, because this is literally driving me crazy. Like, me I wonder what the hell me do to myself. That is it, Michael. Them cannot, they cannot handle bright people. No, cheers, just remind me, because God know, me can't do this no more. I feel like me go crazy. Me feel like me go crazy. My head, when me touch my head has steam. My head, like, you feel the steam coming off of my brain. When I go to school and you're young, you know somebody, but when you start get up in the age of the brain, God have mercy. Cheers. I'm doing a clinical doctorate. It is not easy. Alright, it's not a PhD, it's a clinical doctorate where I have to do clinicals, I have to do practicals. It is not easy. It is driving me crazy. It is literally driving me crazy. It is driving me crazy. No, Mighty One is asking if I'd be an MP. No. Because my mouth light. I was a campaign manager one time, and me can tell you my mouth is very light, and I tend to talk. I tend to talk out of turn and tell you exactly what I feel. A lot of you see, if you look at my post, you see them telling you, say a lot of comrades don't like me either. Is true, because I tend to tell them exactly as it is, and it's not a lot of people can handle when somebody just tell them the raw plain truth, or tell you what it is. Like a lot of people like to hear what they like. So when you tell them things that they don't like, them have a problem with you. You understand? Thank you, cheers. Thank you. Yes, Andre is similar. We tend to just talk the things them as it is, and when we talk the things them, a lot of people get offended. And politics, being on the front line as a representative, whole heap of them don't like me for true, you know, because when me tell them what I think, them have an issue, big and serious. The ones who like can take when me tell sometimes them all vex with me, and then them not vex with me again, because sometimes them realize they're talking the truth. Yes, so it's not everybody it cut out for. So me will stay on the sidelines and just go and talk and try to help my country in a way I can. But if me go talk about me be politician and people go past them place with me, I go tell them about them parts. Cause my mouth light bad. And if they come to me with the foolishness, I go give them back the foolishness. And that is how the fight I go start. So it don't make no sense. You have to know your limitations. You understand? People need to know them limitations. And I really and truly, me can't go to school for so long and do so much things, and then I don't want to focus on politics. I want to focus on my profession. My profession, yeah, them not have no limited. It's true. That is it. Them not have no limited. And me telling you all the time, so me have one little part of me a little bit snobbish. It's something, me can't help it. I know my faults. And so because I know my faults, I know the type of person I am. And me have one little snobbish way about me. Yes, cheers. My profession is lasting. You understand? And I'm like taking my profession to different heights right now, getting myself more qualified and all of that. So we can't go take up politics headache. This is what I will do. You understand? But as me say, me have a little no Mighty One. Because first and foremost, if me go up on the road and say I am a politician, the people them going to say me feisty and I don't have no manners. Wagwan, Comrade Byfield, big up yourself. Them going to say me face it and I don't have no manners. And if them said, yeah, so it don't make no sense. I don't want to be the Minister of Health. I want to work in the ministry and help people. I don't even have to be employed. I just want to be able to, like, just have a say. Because I'm very passionate about health. Very, very passionate. I don't want to. I am Shari. You know it. Shari, you know me. You know my mouth. Me, I'm going to tell you as it is. Whether you love me or you hate me, I am going to tell you. I am going to sit you down and tell you the truth. I'm going to come into your inbox and say, listen, this not work, you know. This not work. When them hear, when me talk, you know, and anyway. Now I say nothing. Comrades, it is the time. When is exam? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's why I say I'm not sure if I'm going to come on Friday. Alright? Because I'm beating the books. And it's a practical. It's a practical. So I don't know how it going to stay Friday. You understand? But I'll keep you posted. I'll be here tomorrow night. Normally I don't come live on a Thursday. I'm definitely not coming live on this Thursday because as I say, I have work to do. So I'll keep by tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll let you know by tomorrow what I'm doing on Friday. But tomorrow, I see Comrade Giovanni Byfield in the I saw his name in the comments a while ago in the scroll, and he will be my guest tomorrow. Comrade Giovanni Byfield is the counselor for the Gale Division in Western St. Mary. Remember Bobby Montague's seat when we talk about the precke them and how 3 little precke come there, and well, this precke, this is one of the precke them where take away him strongest division from him. So we are gonna touch base. A lot of you don't know Comrade Byfield, and he's one of the young bright comrades out there working, one of our rising stars, and he will be my guest tomorrow for Councillor's Corner. Again, I want to apologize for Comrade Layton Smith, who was unable to come. I spoke to him. He was having connectivity issues, no fault of his, but we will, yeah man, we love Comrade Byfield. Paula, we love Comrade Byfield, and he is the descendant of a strong comrade. You only need to go Google who AJR Byfield is, right? And you know, we'll see the stock where Comrade Byfield coming from. Byfield is a very, very strong PNP name. Yeah man, him shut him up. Maureen, you realize Montague don't talk from local government election. Montague don't open him mouth, you know. When you realize that? Yes, he is unfriendly. He's a former police officer. Oh, he will be my guest tomorrow. Alright, so comrades, I'm going to play Jamaica Arise now. And we go out. Well, uno go to no bed. And me go and beat some books. You go to your bed and I will be beating my books. Yeah, my name is a good youth. Stand attention for Jamaica Rise.
The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal and faithful to thee.
Comrades, good night. Take care of yourself. Until tomorrow. Alright? Enough love and blessings. Good night, folks.